doubt about it, Nigel, and she's going to have her hands full in this competition because the leader of the pack is coming out in a moment. Angelica Dante saved her big sister. You go to WOWE.com, read all about it, find out about all the superheroes and their backgrounds, and this is a very interesting one indeed, because without her little sister, who knows if Chainsaw would be here today in the WOW ring or even living.
And her opponent from Columbia, South Carolina, G.I. Jane!
Here she comes, the leader of the pack.
G.I. Jane made no mistake about it, as we just saw before we had to go to commercial. She claimed she is and always will be, David, the leader of the pack, despite the attack by the disciplinarian and, of course, the classmaster, G.I. Jane, proudly making her way to the ring with her head held high, David.
Well, this is a first that we see the fans cheering her. They have some sympathy for her because the class master and the disciplinarian took a pounding to G.I. Jane. Typically, they're not cheering G.I. Jane, but amazing what happened when the crowd turned in her favor due to that pounding she took at the hands of Samantha Smart's team of the disciplinarian and the task.
The bell ringing, signifying the beginning of this matchup as these two powerful superheroes lock up in the middle of the ring. Ben Scheinberg, your official, and David. We still have more action coming up later on tonight, but this match promises to deliver an electric atmosphere.
You know, I said the taskmaster, it's the class master, of course, but I often make that mistake in speaking her because all of the two of them together are taskmaster.
Oh, no doubt about it, David. I certainly wouldn't want to be in study hall with the disciplinarian or the class master.
Yep. You might get a little ruler.
No doubt about it.
Cross your hands by Samantha Smart.
Yeah, well, it's better than being across my back like several of the opponents of Team IQ Superior have experienced, and now G.I. Jane is fired up as ever to prove that she is, in fact, everything she says she is, the leader of the pack. G.I. Jane saying, is that the best you have, David? Ooh, but you learn very quickly you cannot underestimate the refueled monster, Chainsaw.
Well, she made a mistake there talking to us, and Chainsaw had a few seconds to step away, and G.I. Jane went right into the turnbuckles. And now she's paying the price.
G.I. Jane certainly proud of winning that leader of the pack matchup, and you have to think there's several things going through her mind now. This Chainsaw, the boot right underneath the chin of G.I. Jane. Of course, David, you mentioned, oh, there's the scalp beal by Chainsaw.
Hate to have those nails. I'm thinking when those hands go across the head there, is that like Katharina Jinx with the claws? Here comes the hand right into the face.
And right before she could lock in the claws, if you will, those mitts of Chainsaw, G.I. Jane was able to block it now, battling her way back up. Series of kicks. G.I. Jane gets a 1 count and staying on top of the unhinged monster, Chainsaw. G.I. Jane now off the ropes, and misses wildly with a leg drop attempt, I'll say, David.
Well, you could see she pulled those legs up, and she knew she was in trouble when Chainsaw rolled out just seconds before her landing.
G.I. Jane going for the height in that leg drop, and unfortunately, at the time that she jumped and landed, she crashed down on that canvas. G.I. Jane now being choked out by the monster Chainsaw. G.I. Jane.
Nice slap across the ears. Chainsaw dropping. G.I. Jane.
Facebuster. Middle of the canvas. Gets Chainsaw down in a place where she doesn't want to be. Unfamiliar territory. And G.I. Jane, we've seen this move before. It looks like she's setting up for the move that won her the match. No.
Look at how fast Chainsaw moved across that ring to grab her by the throat.
Chainsaw sensed it, David.
G.I. Jane trying to fight out from what Chainsaw's making attack.
Here's the DD214 that made her the leader of the pack, and that's what gives her the victory here tonight against Chainsaw. Monumental victory for G.I. Jane, the leader of the pack.
G.I. What's this, Nigel?
David.
Nigel!
Hey,
The
George.
Class Master! The Class Master! The disciplinarian! The Samantha Smart!
That heavy hook right across the back of G.I. Jane. And once again, a 3-on-1 attack to G.I. Jane, the leader of the pack. Well, what's the cause of this, David? Jane already won the matchup.
Get some officials out here. Get some officials out here, Ben. IQ superior.